In this video, we're going to work with ratios and proportions. Simplifying a ratio is the same idea as simplifying a fraction. In this case, we can divide both top and bottom by 5, giving us 7 over 11, or 7 to 11. When we're going to solve proportions, it's often easier to write them in the fractional form. We can bring the 120 up and the 5x up, multiply out, divide by 385, and we get x to be approximately 6.86. A big use for proportions is money conversions. Now here we want euros, so I'm going to put euros on top. We have 750 Canadian. We find that 1 Canadian is equal to 0.6898 euros. Okay, and that's using 1 Canadian. Okay, 1 Canadian to this many euros. Now we can multiply the 750 across. The 1 doesn't really affect it. Anything divided by 1 is just itself. So we get about 517.35 euros. Now here we want Canadian, and we're starting with US. So we want to know how much Canadian over 125 US. So I'm going to put $1 US on the bottom. Now 1 US is this much Canadian. So $1.2547 Canadian. So 125 times the 1.2547. Remember, dividing by 1 won't change it. And this is about 156.84 Canadian. Now here we have a word problem. We have Dave, Ellen, and Francis, and they're in a ratio of 6 to 4 to 7. Now, we know Ellen's is $50,000, so we know Dave to Ellen is 50,000, to Francis is 6 to 4 to 7. Now we can break this up into two pieces. We can do Dave over 50,000 equals 6 over 4. So Dave is 50,000 times 6 over 4, which equals 75,000. Do the same thing with Francis. We can have Francis over 50,000 equals 7 over 4. So Francis equals 50,000 times 7 over 4, which is about, is 87,500. So therefore, Dave's profit is 75,000, and Francis's profit is 87,500. Now here we have another one. Two friends going in together on the lottery, and they're going to split their winnings appropriately to how much money they spent on the tickets. So we have Mike to Nancy equals 25 to 35. Now one of the easiest ways to set up one of these ones is Mike plus Nancy is going to be the 250,000 total. So Nancy is the 250,000 minus Mike. If you can remember just to subtract like this, you can save yourself a step, but we're going to keep it this way. Now we want it in fraction form, so m over 250,000 minus m equals 25 over 35. Bring the 35 up, bring the 250,000 minus m up, multiply out. Move the m over, divide by 60, M is approximately 104,166.67. We can plug that in here to get what Nancy is. Which is about 145,833.33. And then some kind of conclusion. So Mike gets 104,000 and Nancy gets 145,000.